So we're going to start with just some gentle circles of the head. So as you inhale, circle around the front of your body, and as you exhale, circle around the back. Now, if it bothers you to make full circles, go ahead and just do half circles. Breathe nice and slow. Try to move nice and slow. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose and reverse your circle as you exhale. Good. Now we're going to move down to the shoulders, start to do some gentle shoulder rolls back. We'll really take our time to focus on our joints, rolling them in a gentle manner, warming up before we start more of our movement. Go ahead and reverse your circle. Good. Now let's go ahead and circle the elbows. So we'll bring the palms like a fist closer together, and then we'll circle out a few times. And then circle in or reverse those circles. Good. One more circle. Take a nice big breath in and out. Let's go ahead and lay on our left side. We're going to circle out our joints some more. Now, you can have your shoulder right above your elbow, or you can lay flat with the arms straight. You can rest your ear on your arm, or you can make a little pedestal with your hand. We're going to start with circling the right shoulder back. So nice, slow, try not to go fast. Just circle that joint nice and slow. And my friend Dee recommends that we roll our joints before we get out of bed. And I've been trying it, and it really does help. It helps to wake the body up. It helps to prevent tightness throughout your day. It's just a good way to get the blood flow going. Let's reverse that circle. Nice and slow. Let's go ahead and circle the right wrist. Relax the shoulder. Let's do a couple of slow circles with the wrist. And reverse. Okay. Make sure your neck is okay. A little bit more challenging now. We're going to get into the hip. So place your right hand down on your mat and hold you in place. And then we're going to start to circle that hip nice and slow, circles back. Make sure you're still breathing deeply. Try to make big circles, but slow circles. And then reverse your circle. Good, and relax the leg, and then just circle the ankle. You might have to lift the leg a little bit, but nice slow circles with that right ankle. And then reverse. And then go ahead and roll onto your stomach or your back. Lay flat and just acknowledge how your right side feels in comparison to your left. Stay there for 2 more breaths. And then head on to your right side so that we can circle out our left side. Again, your arm's going to be straight, or you're going to make that pedestal with the hand, and begin to circle the left shoulder, nice and slowly. And reverse your circle. Keep breathing deep. Go ahead and relax the shoulder and start to circle the wrist. Nice and slow wrist circles. Reverse that circle. And then bring your left hand down as a placeholder and nice slow circles with that left hip. So I'll challenge you guys to try this one day, maybe tomorrow or Saturday, before getting out of bed. Try these circles and see if you notice a difference in your body or how you wake up. Let's reverse the circle, slow and big circles if possible. Deep breath in and out, then relax the leg and start to circle the ankle, nice and slow. Reverse your circle. And then take a break and relax on your back. Laying flat, acknowledge how the left side feels. Acknowledge the right side. And then we're going to bend the knees. We're preparing for a bridge pose. So you want to get your heels as close to your hips as you can get it. We're going to get deeper into the shoulders. So bring the arms up in the air so that your wrists are right above your shoulders and your palms are facing each other. So we're going to inhale, look to the right, stretch the neck a little bit. Take a breath there, 2. And then inhale, look to the left. Good. Come back to center and inhale. Send your hips up in the air for bridge pose. Keep walking the feet in so that you're sending the weight of your body onto your shoulders. Good. So we'll be here for about 5 deep breaths. Keep sending those hips high, sending the weight of the body onto the shoulders. Good. Inhale one more time, send the hips up. And on the exhale, slowly lower the hips down. Bring the arms down with you, palms face down. Just send your attention to your shoulders. We'll do one more round of that bridge. So inhale, bring the arms back up. Take an exhale. And now we're going to move with this bridge. We're going to inhale the hips up high and fast. And then slowly lower the hips down. So we'll do 2 more of those. Inhale, the hips come up. Exhale, slow, lower the hips down. Last one, inhale and exhale. Bring the arms out like a T. The palms will face down. Windshield wiper your knees. So allow your knees to fall left and then right. You can look the opposite way of where your knees are going if you'd like to give a spinal twist. Okay, so now we're going to try to get into the low back with that bridge pose. You can have your arms out like a T or you can bring them down by your side. It's whatever you prefer. So we're going to inhale, send the hips up, and we're going to try to lower our low back as slow as we can. So how do we do that? You're going to tuck the ribs, try to lower your mid-back, and then go down the vertebrae until you get to the lower back, and then press that low back onto the ground. So we'll do 4 of those. We'll inhale the hips up, we'll tuck the ribs down, lower 1 vertebrae at a time. So as if you were trying to lower each vertebrae going down. So 1 more, inhale up, exhale, slow lower, squeeze that belly in and lower 1 at a time. Very good. Let's straighten our left leg. Flex your foot. You want to have a nice active foot, like as if you're pushing a wall away. We're gonna take that right knee and hug it into our belly. And then start to make a circle with your right hip. And then reverse your circle. And now we're going to try a half of a happy baby. So you can either hold on to the back of your thigh, or if you're able to reach for the foot, you're going to pull the foot in. So sending your knee towards your right armpit. Keep that left foot flexed, a nice active foot. Keep reaching the left foot towards the floor and towards the end of your mat. Keep pulling your right shoulder down onto the ground. Hold for a deep breath in. And as you exhale next, we're going to go ahead and gently release this right leg. Lowering it flat, flexing our foot. Go ahead and hug your left knee in. Start to make a couple of gentle circles with your left hip. Reverse your circle. And then reach for the back of your left thigh or your left foot for a half of a happy baby. Once you get a hold of it, pull your left shoulder down, flex your right foot, and kick that imaginary wall away. Take 3 deep breaths here, getting into your hip, creating that resistance with the shoulder. And then gently release the leg. Shake the legs out, and then you can either hold on to the back of your thighs and rock yourself up and down, or roll onto one side and push yourself up into seated position. So once you come into a seated position, whatever is most comfortable, whether it's cross-legged or legs are straight, you can do so now. I'm going to try to look like you guys so it'll be easier and not become a mirror image. So we're going to start with your right arm. Open it up to the right. Take a breath in, cross the body. Use your left hand to stretch out that shoulder. And then pull the shoulder down. Let's close the eyes and take about 3 deep breaths here. Try to keep that right arm straight. Good, one more breath in.
Hey, Mignon, your video is cut out. Maybe you need to jiggle your phone a little.
Thank you for letting me know. Let's see, what do we have going on here? Okay, bear with me. Keep breathing for a few more breaths, holding that pose while I fix my phone. You can go ahead and switch arms, going to stretch the other shoulder. Hopefully the video is back now.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you for letting me know. Okay. So now you're on your left side, stretching your left shoulder. Pulling the shoulders down, keeping the arms straight, breathing deep. Three more breaths. Good. Now, release. We're going to take that right arm and reach it really, really high. I want you to feel it all the way up your right side. And then reach for the back of your shoulder. Use your opposite hand to push that elbow back. Keep the belly tight. 3 deep breaths here. Good. Now release your left hand, reach it high as you inhale. And as you exhale, take it behind your back. Allow the arm to cross the back. The hand might come up, reaching for your right fingers, but that's not the goal to find, just to feel the stretch in both shoulders. Imagine that I'm behind you, pulling your right elbow back and your left shoulder back. Try to slightly lean back. And then inhale, bring both arms up in the air. And exhale, bring the hands down by your side. Come on to the fingertips. Walk the fingertips as far back as you can, allowing your chest to lift and your shoulders to squeeze. Bring the chin to the chest. Stretch out the back of the neck. And then take your right ear toward your right shoulder. And then left ear towards left shoulder. And then bring the head back to center. Walk the hands so they're by your side. Now the left side. We're going to inhale the left arm up, reach up, and then reach for the back of the shoulder. Use your right hand to help that elbow back. Keep breathing deep. Keeping your left arm as it is. Inhale, reach your right hand high. And on the exhale, take that arm behind your back, crossing the arm and maybe trying to inch the fingers closer together. Closing the eyes, imagine I'm pulling your elbow and shoulder back. And on your next inhale, reach both arms up. This time we're going to look up. We're going to exhale, bring the arms down by your side on the fingertips, and then just walk the hands forward. Try to fold over the legs. And once you get as far forward as you can, just kind of sway side to side. Send your attention to your low back. Keep reaching the arms forward. Keep folding over the legs. Spend about 3 more breaths there. All right, let's slowly walk the hands back towards the body. And let's find our way to our feet. Coming onto your feet. We're going to step towards the front of our mat and bring our hands to a prayer pose. We're going to inhale, bring the arms up, reach up, and on the exhale, bring the hands to the hips and take a halfway fold. When you're in your half fold, separate your feet hip distance. And then try to rotate your pelvic bones down towards the ground. Try to keep pushing back into the hips. Allow the head to be free so the top of the head is towards the ground. And we're going to sway the hips left and right. And when you sway to the left, bend your left knee. And then straighten it, sway to the right, bend your right knee. Keep pressing those pelvic bones back. Good. Now let's bring the hands down to the ground and step back with your right foot. We're coming into warrior one. So turn that foot out, try to align your heels, the front heel and the back heel, and then bring your arms up on the inhale. Try to make sure that front knee is above, right above the ankle. Try to make sure your shoulders are above your hips so you're not leaning forward. Squeeze the navel in. Now we're going to inhale, reach for the sky, and on the exhale, we're going to squeeze the elbows and shoulder blades for cactus arm. So we'll do this 3 times. Inhaling up and exhaling down. One more time, inhale up, exhale down. Good. Now we're going to try to interlace the fingers behind the back. If you're not able to interlace, hold on to your hips. We're going to squeeze our shoulder blades. Inhale, look up. And as we exhale, we're gonna fold into a humble warrior. Try to keep your shoulders square, so nice and even with one another. Take 3 deep breaths, no pressure on the neck. To rise, you wanna inhale, squeeze your sit muscles, squeeze your belly, come back up. Bring those arms back up. Good. Now let's take warrior 2. So open up your hips, open up your arms, try to widen your stance a little bit, okay? Now, try to engage your thighs. So squeeze your thighs together and squeeze up into the belly. And now you're gonna look at your middle finger. And you're gonna make sure that that left knee is not going in, it's nice and open. So now we will reverse our warrior with a half bind. So when you inhale, flip your front palm forward, reach up for the sky, and take your right arm behind your back. So from a different angle, looks like this. So now we're gonna move. We're gonna inhale to warrior 2. We're gonna exhale back to that reverse warrior with the bind. Try that one more time. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, reverse it. Hold and you'll reverse. Straighten your front knee. See if you can lean back a little deeper. Try to keep that left arm straight. Good. Inhale. And as you exhale, bring the hands down to the ground. Turn your back toes to face forward and gently lower your back knee. Now you can tuck your toes or you can untuck them. I want you to inhale, bring your arms up and push your hips forward. Try to feel that stretch in front of your right hip. Look up if you'd like. And then on the exhale, bring the hands down. Send your left knee back. So now we're in tabletop. Let's inhale to a cow pose. Belly goes down. Make sure your hands are under your shoulders. Look up. Exhale, chin to chest. Squeeze the belly. Press through the palms. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Now spread your fingers. Tuck your toes. And try to take a downward facing dog. That inverted V shape. If you need to walk your dog by taking turns bending the knees, you can do that. We'll spend 3 breaths in downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, you can take a couple steps or a slow walk, getting yourself into forward fold. We're gonna circle our arms and inhale, come all the way up, and exhale, hands to heart center. So we'll try the other side. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, take a fold. Inhale, half lift, nice flat back. Exhale, step back with your left foot. Try to align your front heel and back heel. And then bring the arms up to warrior 1. So while we're in our warrior again, make sure your shoulders are above your hips. Your front knee is stacked above your ankle, and that knee is not going in. Okay? So from here, we're gonna inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, bend the elbows, spread the fingers, cactus, arms. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Now, try to interlace the fingers behind the back or reach for the hips. Squeeze the blades, inhale, and as you exhale, fold down into your humble warrior. No pressure on the neck, so not looking at the toes. Maybe look back at the back heel. 1 more breath, and then squeeze and inhale yourself up. Bring the arms up. And then open it up to warrior 2. Separate your feet a little wider. Relax your shoulders down. Slightly tuck your pelvis. Okay, preparing for that reverse warrior. Flip your front palm, inhale. Exhale, take it back with a half bind. So left hand goes behind the back. Bend a little deeper into your front knee. Now going into movement. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, reverse warrior. 2 more times. On that last one, we're gonna hold it in a reverse warrior and straighten our front leg. So take it back as deep as you can. And then inhale yourself down, bring the hands down, and step back to downward facing dog. Breathe in your down dog. Try to externally rotate your shoulders. So your elbow creases, you're trying to send them forward. Try to let the neck be free. Good. One more breath here. And then we're going to take a walk to the front of our mat for our forward fold. If you'd like to reach for your elbows, you can. You can sway side to side. Allow gravity to weigh that upper body down. Good. Now release your hands, squeeze your belly, drag yourself up as slow as you can. Your head is the last thing to come up. I always love rolling my shoulders back. There's the boat going out. It must be 11 o'clock. I don't know if you can hear it. All right, so now we're going to balance. I love eagle pose for hips and shoulders to stretch. So I'm going to show you the less advanced pose. You might have an eagle pose where you balance on one foot. So if you have that in your practice, you're going to take that right leg on top of left. But I'm going to offer crossing your right leg behind your left. So both feet are flat on the ground and your two big toes are kissing or close together, okay? So once you get into this position and you've got balance, a strong foundation, we're going to open up the arms as we inhale. And we're going to take the left arm under the right. You're going to reach for your shoulders, walk your hands back. Now this might be enough for some of you. Others, who might want to interlace the fingers and go into the full expression. Now from here, you have the option to stay here or pull the elbows away from the body. Lift the elbows up. You should feel a deep stretch in the shoulder blades. Another option to take it further, inhale, elbows up. Exhale, take the elbows to the knees, folding, getting into the low back, deeper in the hips. Let the neck be free, meaning no pressure on the neck. Now to come out of this, we need to squeeze our thighs together, squeeze our belly, and inhale ourselves up if you took that fold, nice and slow. Release the arms, uncross the legs, roll the shoulders back or sway side to side. Take a nice deep breath in and out. Let's inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Good. Now, cross the left behind the right. Try to bring those two pinky toes back together. And then open up your arms as you inhale. Now we're going to take the right arm under the left and walk the hands back. Okay, so you're either here or you're interlacing, pulling the elbows away and lifting up, trying to feel that stretch in the shoulders. Stay there or inhale a little higher and exhale, take it into a fold, sending your elbows to your knees. Stay there for about 3 breaths. Good, to rise up, squeeze the thighs, squeeze the belly, inhale, come on up. Unwind, uncross, sway side to side. Circle the neck, see how it's feeling. All right, let's try one more balancing pose. Balancing is so important, but we don't do it a lot. So, we're going to start with grounding into the left foot. So spread your left toes, shift your weight to your left leg. Bring your hands to your hips and try to pull your shoulders back. Pull the belly in and slightly shift the pelvis forward. Now let's step back with the right foot, coming onto the toes. And then flatten the foot so that you're on the top of the foot and you're stretching out the top of that foot. Okay. Now this might be enough for you. Or on your inhale, you can start to lift your right leg and start to lean forward. Now if you're lifting your right leg, flex your right foot. Find some place that's not moving. And if this is hard for you, then go to a wall and hold on to the wall with your hands. We'll be here for 5 breaths. Try to level out your shoulders and hips. 3 more breaths. That standing leg might start to burn. That means you're working it. Good. 1 more breath. And then slowly start to bring those right toes down. We're going to step back with the right foot, coming onto the ball of the foot. So we're in a crescent lunge. Pull the shoulders back so they're above the hips. Slowly inhale the arms up. Spread the fingers. This is balancing still. Now, if you can, take your left hand behind your back, reach for your right hip, and then reach your right arm forward and start to twist. See if you can slowly look behind your left shoulder. Now, if your left knee is tired, you can straighten it. That's okay. Good. Now, slowly come back, bringing that left arm forward and step forward. Relax. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Close your eyes. Recenter yourself. Rebalance yourself. And then open your eyes. Bring your hands back to your hips. Okay. Step back with your left foot. The toes are down, so you're on the top of the foot. Pull your shoulders back. Shift your pelvis forward. Feel your stretch a little deeper. Stay here, or on your inhale, start to lift that left leg. Start to shift your weight forward. Flex your left foot. Hold on to the wall or keep holding on to your hips. 4 breaths. Good. 1 more breath. Feel the burn. And then slowly and gently step back with that left foot. You're on the ball of the foot for a crescent lunge. Very slowly, inhale, spread the fingers, bring the arms up. As soon as they get behind or above the hips, we're going to take the right arm behind the back, reach for the left hip, bring the left arm forward, start to rotate, twist to your right, and if you can, look back behind that right shoulder. Give that knee a break if you need to. Hopefully this feels nice on your shoulder, but if ever you feel pinching or pain, don't do it. Let's come back to center. Bring the arms up, and then bring the hands to prayer as you step forward. So your legs should be really nice and warm and worked now. So let's inhale the arms up. Exhale, take a forward fold. We're going to try pigeon pose next. So inhale, half lift, and exhale, step back to plank pose. Pull the navel in, see if you can hold your plank for 3, 2, and push your hips back into your down dog. We'll do left side pigeon first. So inhale the left leg up in the air, bend the knee, and try to get your knee in between your hands. Okay? So for a deeper stretch, you're going to bring that left foot up closer or further away from the pelvic bone. Now to square off your hips yourself, pull your left hip back and your right hip slightly forward. Now peek back. Make sure that your right hip, knee, and heel are aligned. Your toes are going straight back. Now stay here, or if you're able to come down to the elbows, do so. If you feel like really a lot of tension on that knee, then try to bring the foot in or if you have a block or a blanket to put under your left hip, then you can do that. So once you get into your position, close your eyes. We'll be here for 6 deep breaths. This is a hip opener, so really breathe into your hip. We've got 3 more breaths, nice and slow. On your next inhale, come back to the hands. Roll gently onto your left hip. Help your right leg around. We're coming into a seated tree now, so your right leg is straight. The left sole of the foot, bring it inside of your right thigh. So first we'll start by holding on to the ankle and inhaling the knee up and exhaling the knee down. So just strengthening our hip a little bit. Keep your right foot flexed and make sure you're sitting up nice and tall. We tend to forget about our posture and slouch when we do other stuff. So have awareness. A few more times, lifting and lowering. And then hold on to your ankle with your left hand. Really flex that right foot. Inhale your right arm up. And as you exhale, reach for your right foot or your ankle. Wherever you can touch, hold on to it. And fold over that right leg. Release your left hand. Inhale it up, like circle it back like you're swimming or doing a stroke. And then reach for your foot or your ankle. Allow your left hand to meet your right. Try to lower that left shoulder a little bit. Slowly walk your hands up the leg. We're going to twist one more time on this side. So inhale the left arm up. Bring the left hand outside of the right leg. You might be at the thigh, you might be below the knee. Wherever you are is okay. Now inhale the right arm up, and as you exhale, try to twist to the right. Straighten that right hand back, try to look back. We'll be here 3 deep breaths. Hopefully you feel this in the left shoulder and a nice twist here. Very good. Slowly come out of your twist. Shake your legs out. Just shake both of them out. Roll your shoulders, roll your head, whatever needs attention. Send it attention. And then we've got pigeon on the other side. So let's go ahead and find downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, we're going to inhale the right leg in the air, bend the knee, and swing the right knee between the hands. Same alignment check for yourself. Pulling that right hip back, left hip forward. Peek back, make sure your left heel, knee, and hip are aligned. And then you stay here or come down to the elbows, close the eyes, and take your 6 deep breaths. Sending your breath to that right hip. Two more deep breaths. On your next inhale, come back to your hands. If you went down, gently roll onto your right hip. Help your left leg forward. Find that seated tree, reposition so the right sole of the foot is in the inner left thigh. Hold on to the ankle. Inhale, bring that right knee up. exhale, lower down. Keep the left foot flexed. Pull the navel in so you're sitting up tall. And keep moving. This is really good for your hip. All right, lower the knee. We're gonna hold on with the right hand. Inhale, left arm up. And on the exhale, reach, reach, reach forward, holding on to wherever you land. Take that fold. Keep pulling back into the shoulder. Release the right hand, swim it back. Inhale, circle it forward, and allow the right hand to meet the left. Take your fold. One more breath. And then release. Walk your hands up the leg. And now we're going to do that twist. So, right arm, inhale it up. Reach for the outer left side of your leg. Inhale the left arm up. Start to twist. Look back at your left hand. Breathe. Good. Slowly come back to center. And now we'll straighten both legs. Find your sit bones. Make sure you're on the bony part of your sit area. First, we'll take a hug. So we'll soften the knees. Either reach for your hands or your elbows under your knees. We're going to pull the shoulders back. Really allow the belly and the thighs to connect. And then fold the head down as much as you'd like. Keep pulling those shoulders back. We're trying to get a low back stretch here. We'll be here for 5 breaths. Good. Slowly release your hug. Go ahead and straighten both legs all the way. Flex both feet. We're going to inhale the arms up, reach for the sky, and then reach for the toes. And as you exhale, hold on to the legs wherever you touch. Pull your shoulders back, take your fold. Another 5 deep breaths. Maybe sway side to side. That tends to feel good. Good. One more breath, in and out, and then slowly walk the hands up the legs. So good. Hopefully everyone's shoulders and low back feels nice and yummy. We're going to head on down to our back. We're preparing for a spinal twist. So another one. So once you get onto the back, scoop your hips over to the left side of your back. Straighten your right leg. With your right hand, help your left knee across the body. So ideally you want to be on your right hip and your left hip is stacked above. Now for another shoulder stretch, reach your left arm above your head. The palm will be facing the sky. You can turn your head to the left, or if you'd like to work your eye muscles, try to look up at your left thumb. So you're going to be in your spinal twist for about 5 deep breaths, maybe more. It's going to be more of a challenge to breathe deep because you're twisting, but take the challenge. One more deep breath. Slowly bring that left arm back down. Slowly come out of your twist. Bend both knees. Reach for your elbows above your head. Send your elbows to the left, send your knees to the right. Bring them back to center, then send your elbows to the right, knees to the left. And then come back to center. Scoot your hips to the right, straighten out your left leg. With your left hand, bring your knee over to the left. Try to stack that left hip on top of right. Bring the right arm above your head if you want that shoulder stretch. If you want your eyes stretched, look up at your thumb. If not, close your eyes. Take your 5 slow, deep breaths. One more deep breath. And then slowly come out of your twist. You can windshield wiper those knees again if you'd like. Okay. And then you're either going to rock yourself up to seated or roll on one side. We're going to do a breathing technique before we go into our immersion. I've been trying to do pranayama a lot. It really helps, especially now with the whole COVID going on. It helps to clear out your nasal passages, which is the way that the virus gets in. It helps to boost the immune system, and it helps to give energy. It's almost lunchtime, so you might need an extra boost, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're going to take the left hand, straighten it out, and bring the left index thumb together, the index and thumb. So straight arm, and then you're going to use your right thumb to close your right nostril. And the other fingers are going to be straight up towards the sky. So once you get into this position, tighten the belly. You're sitting up nice and tall. And if it's hard for you to sit cross-legged, then sit comfortably. Now let's begin by taking a nice slow breath in through the left nostril. Hold it, try to sniff in more, and then a nice forceful exhale out of that left nostril. So that's our breathing pattern. Inhale slow, sniff more, and then that forceful exhale. We're not alternating our nostrils, we're just breathing in and out of the left. Try to keep your left elbow locked, so nice straight arm. Make sure you've got pressure on that thumb and index finger. So continue breathing. Nice slow inhale, sniff at the top, forceful exhale. In and out of the nose. Last breath in, try to hold the breath, sniff in more, and then bring the right hand down and let it go out of both nostrils. Now we'll switch sides, so allow the right elbow to lock, bring the index and thumb to touch, so you've got that strong elbow. Now bring the left thumb to close the left nostril, all of other fingers are together pointing up. Sit up tall, inhale through the right nostril, sniff in more, and then force it out. Keep going. Really take in as much air as you can, and then clear it all out. Last breath, we're going to inhale, sniff, and hold. Bring that left hand down, index and thumb touch, and let it go forcefully out of both nostrils. Now breathe naturally. Keep your eyes closed and just notice any changes in the body. Notice how that made you feel. And then you're going to head on down to your back. We're gonna come into an inversion, a restorative inversion of sleeping tiger. Unless you have another one in your practice that you prefer, we're gonna lift the arms and the legs towards the sky. Don't worry if they're completely straight or not. We just want the blood to flow down to the heart. So we'll be here for 5 breaths. Allow the shoulders to become heavy. Keep breathing deep. And when you exhale that 5th breath, very slowly allow your legs and arms to melt down slowly by your side. Rest with the knees bent. And if there's any last stretches that your body needs, please take it at this time. And then we'll prepare for Shavasana. You can have your legs and arms straight, or you can bring the soles of the feet together and allow the knees to open wide. If you're taking that reclined butterfly option, I always like to bring one hand above the heart and the other hand above the belly. So once you get into your position, close your eyes, scan your body, make sure you're completely relaxed. If you set an intention for today's practice, come back to your intention. This is your time where your body gets to completely be relaxed, where your healing occurs. So I'm going to allow you guys about 2 minutes in this position. Try to keep the eyes closed, try to breathe deeply, and I will guide you back in just a few moments. On your next inhale, bring one hand to the heart and one hand to the belly if it's not already there. And inhale, breathe love and gratitude. As I send love out into each and every one of you, try to feel your energy. And perhaps this morning you send some love out to someone else. Maybe the first person that comes to your mind. And then feel love and gratitude for yourself and for your practice. On your next inhale, if your knees are bent, go ahead and straighten your legs out long, straighten your arms above your head like you just woke up from a wonderful nap. And then you can roll onto one side, coming into a fetal position. Choosing which side to roll onto. And rest there for a moment, feeling the effects of your practice. And then slowly push yourself up, coming back to a comfortable seat. Try to keep your eyes closed. When you get to your comfortable seated position, turn your palms to face the sky and acknowledge how you feel. On your next inhale, let's all inhale our arms above our heads, swooping in some wonderful energy for our day. Palms together and exhale, hands to heart to seal our practice. Let's bow our heads. And I thank you so much for joining me this morning. I hope you can keep this feeling of love, peace, and gratitude with you throughout your day, even throughout your weekend. The light within me honors, salutes, and cherishes the light within you. Namaste.